Today we're talking about sport, teamwork and opportunity with Laura from Newport West Netball, a brilliant not-for-profit club based in Dufferin, making a real difference, and they're just getting started. Laura, tell me about that beginning then. So how did you get involved with it and who actually set it up?
Okay, if I start at the beginning then. So Newport West was founded in 2021 and it was founded by our wonderful chairperson, Chloe. So she decided that there was a real gap in West Newport where there wasn't a netball club serving that area, and her way to become involved in netball without playing was to start Newport West Netball Club. So she did. She started the club and it runs out of the John Frost High School, and it started just as a club for juniors. So she started off with girls from about 9 years old up to 16, and that was really, really popular for a year. But then she had some interest from some parents and some other members of the community, so she decided to expand, and she decided she was going to actually start a senior netball club as well. So in 2022, she founded the senior division of Newport West, and that's where I got involved. And I got involved because my daughter, Daisy, actually started to play for the juniors. And Chloe said to me, "Oh, Laura, have you ever played netball?" And I said, "Oh, not since school really, Chloe." And she said, "Well, come along, just come and have some fun." So I did. And that's where I got involved. Chloe, she really grew the club, and we're now in the position that we are now. I am now technically co-chair of Newport West Netball Club, and my other fabulous co-chair is Lisa.
That's pretty stuff. Tell me a little bit about Daisy and her introduction into the sport, because that's got to be amazing seeing your daughter get engaged in something like that. Walk me through that.
It's amazing. So Daisy's played netball since she's been about 7 years old, and she's really loved it, and that's probably because I've pushed her into it, because I loved netball when I was at school and I wanted to still be involved. So I think it must have been 2021, because that's when Newport West started. I saw an advert on Facebook for an Easter summer camp for people in the local area. So I signed Daisy up and I took her along, and she loved it so much that she decided to join the club. And I just loved taking her there, and I loved watching her matches. So when there was a senior team then available as well, obviously I had to get involved. But Daisy's wish, she's 13 now, she really wants me to stay playing netball for long enough so that she can play in the same team as me. So I've got to give it another couple of seasons so that we can be in the same team.
Yeah, definitely got to hang on in there a second. So where did your love of netball come from?
Oh, I just had a really fantastic PE teacher when I was in school. I still remember her name, Miss Hadley. Absolutely wonderful. And I think it was my height. I was always the tallest. So she saw my height as an advantage. She put me in as goal shooter, and that's where I've stayed ever since. And she was absolutely brilliant. She went above and beyond for our team. We had tournaments all over the country. We had tournaments at the weekend, and she would always drive the minibus. We'd turn up at school, off we'd go for the day with Miss Hadley, and we'd have all sorts of amazing adventures. And I just loved it. So I carried on then playing through college. I played at county level. I then played at university. I played a little bit probably in my early 20s, but then I gave up, had my children, and just didn't really do it again until I met Chloe, and she said, "Oh, how about coming along and throwing the ball around?" And I did. And I just found the love again.
It's amazing how much good stuff comes from school, doesn't it? And supportive parenting as well.
Yeah.
I remember being really, really good at swimming. That was my thing.
Okay.
And I was okay at rugby until everybody got taller than me. So I had the opposite problem to what you had. Everybody just shot over me. I'm there like, not doing this anymore. I'm getting damaged. So just stuck to swimming. So I know how much having having a lovely sport in your life does that. So how's it structured then? So Newport West Netball based at Dufferin.
Yes.
John Frost Square.
In John Frost High School, yes. Yep. In the sports hall every Thursday. So our junior section trains at 4:30 till 5:30. That's our under 11s and under 12s. And then we have our under 14s who train at 5:30 till 6:30 on a Thursday, still at John Frost High School. And then at 6:30 till 8, we have our senior section. And that's for anybody who's in year 10 or above. And I say sort of any ages from year 10 because we've got some girls who are 14 or 15. And then our eldest players are 50s and 60s. So it's really, really inclusive. It's amazing.
Such a great age range, isn't it? So in terms of, because I want to talk to you about recruitment, I want to talk to you about loads of different stuff. Let's look at how the actual sports side works. Is there a league?
There is a league. We play in the South East Wales League. So our juniors, they have matches probably about every 6 weeks, and they tend to either be up at Ebbw Vale or in Tredegar Leisure Centre. That's where the league is based. And they're tournament style. So they're normally on a Sunday. The girls will get there about 9 o'clock and they'll be there for about 3 hours and they'll play several games. So that's the juniors. And then the seniors play in the South East Wales League every Saturday. We've got a new development squad that's new for this year. And these are for girls who are going into year 10 or above, those who are just stepping into senior netball, their first experience in the South East Wales League at adult level. And they'll be the development squad. They'll play on a Saturday in Pontypool Leisure Centre in Division 4. We've also got a B squad who also play on a Saturday in Pontypool Leisure Centre in Division 4, but we're really hoping to get promoted to Division 3 next year. And then we also have our A team who play in South East Wales League, and they play in Cwmbran Stadium on a Saturday as well.
Loving the ambition.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Got big ambition there to get promoted.
You've got to go there, haven't you?
Yeah.
So in terms of becoming part of the squad and being part of the team, how does that work? So if I've got wonderful family. Is it female or males that can get involved?
At the moment, we've got females because the South East Wales League is just for females. But in terms of the younger years, we've had boys train with us in our under 11s, under 12 section. So that's still possible. When it gets older, it does become just female. Although we do have mixed teams. Sometimes we play friendly mixed games. We've got a korfball team. Shout out to Korfball who train after us. They're not part of Newport West, but they play at John Frost on a Thursday, and we often have friendlies with them. So mixed teams there. And now and then we'll enter a tournament with a mixed team as well. So we can definitely get everybody involved if they want to.
If I've got one of my wonderful nieces, great nieces, that call me Uncle Onion because they can't say Ian properly. If they turn around and say, Uncle Onion, I want to go and play netball, what do I do?
If you wanted to reach out to Newport West Netball Club, we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram. You can either just send us a message, you could email us, newportwestnc@gmail.com. And essentially, you would just drop us a line and we would say, come along on a Thursday. We'd give you the times. The first 3 sessions are taster sessions, so you don't have to pay for the first 3 sessions, because what we wouldn't want was for someone to feel they've got to sign up for the year and then think, oh, actually, this isn't for me. So they come along for the taster sessions, and then if they enjoy it, we'd ask them then to sign up for the year. We keep our fees low because of the demographic that we're working in. We have lots of low-income families, so the fees are affordable. It's a yearly fee of £120 for juniors, which is so low compared to other clubs. And we allow people to pay by direct debit as well to make it easier. So yeah, we would welcome anybody. We don't have trials for juniors. It's anybody can come along. Seniors, there are trials, but there's a place for everybody who wants to come along.
Obviously, the sport benefits, the health benefits, I get that absolutely. But walk me through your success stories. How's it helping girls and women in Newport?
Okay, so we've had lots of success stories. I think, first of all, what really strikes me is when you come along to senior training and you see the age ranges of the people there, the girls and women training together. I would say that I've made friends with people of all ages. I've got friends, 18-year-olds up to 60-year-olds. We all play together. There's a real mix of people there, a really mix of personalities, mix of cultures, mix of backgrounds. So that's been amazing. But we've also had some real success stories from our younger players. So girls that have been with us from about the age of 10 or 11, we see them, because of their regular playing with Newport West, being selected to play at county level. We've had 1 or 2 who've also been lucky enough to be selected to play for the Wales regional squads. And that's absolutely amazing as well. And obviously we do all we can to support those girls and young ladies. There is a cost for those girls. So trying to find funding for them so that they can pay their fees for regional squads, that's a big part of our work as well, reaching out to look for local sponsorship for those girls.
So as a sponsor, what could I do?
There's so much that a local sponsor could do. Just a small amount, something like £50, could buy us a set of bibs, which could then stick onto our netball dresses that we use every week in the South East Wales League. You could have your company logo on there. That would be a small amount, but you would be visible then every week. Companies could also choose to sponsor a player. So we have got 2 or 3 players who are eligible to play in the regional squads, and there's a cost for them, but you could choose to sponsor their fees, you could choose to sponsor their kit, and in return we could then tag you in on social media, we could display your logo on our posts. Bigger companies could actually choose to give us a grant. I know that there are corporate social responsibility grants available. We would love for a company to approach us to sponsor the club. So it could be a small amount, it could be a large amount. It could even be, if you're a local business but can't sponsor us, could you offer us a raffle prize?
Yeah.
We do run a raffle, and we raised a large amount through our last local raffle, and that paid towards some new equipment. So just giving us a raffle prize or a ticket to something would be amazing. We'd be so grateful.
We offer a raffle prize called an hour of Newport City Radio.
All right.
And that can either be used for somebody to come in like you're doing today, come in and see and meet us and see what we do and spend an hour with us. Or it could be literally helping us select some songs for potentially a radio show as well. So we'll definitely offer you that.
Thank you so much. That would be amazing.
Absolutely
Brilliant.
fine by us. That's what we do. So we're talking about ongoing sponsorship. We're talking about ongoing money, because that's what it takes, doesn't it? You're an organisation that exists all the way through the year.
Absolutely.
Talk to me what you've been doing over the summer.
Over the summer, we have been having some trial sessions. So we've had 2 trial sessions for our senior leagues, and we've now got a mop-up session on the 28th of August, and that will sort people into teams for the coming year, September, when we enter into the South East Wales League. Our social team has also still been playing, so we play all the way through the summer. We've got a social team for adults 18 and above, and we literally have got ages 18 to 60 there. We play out at the Velodrome every Monday, so that goes on all through the summer as well.
Brilliant stuff. And again, there's always that real need as well for core funding, sometimes through grants. And like ourselves, I believe that Newport West have won a SPF funding grant.
We have been really, really lucky. So we have received a really nice sum of money from the Shared Prosperity Fund through Newport Council, and we are so grateful for that. And that's enabled us to be able to buy some new equipment. But part of that SPF fund is the promise from us that we will reach out to try and raise funding in other places as well, to try and make ourselves more visible, because what we really don't want to do is to be reliant every year on applying for a grant. We want to reach out and make partnerships with local businesses so that we can be sustainable. We do keep our fees low, but our fees cover the cost of the hall hire, the entry into the league, the umpire fees, which is a large amount when you think about the fact that we've got 2 junior teams, we've got 3 adult teams. So all of that money needs to go on those. And what we don't want to do is to put our fees up, because we do work for girls who come from low income families, and we really don't want to have to pass the cost on to them. Equally, we have to pay for our own volunteer training as well, so our coaches have to be trained. That has to be paid for. So what we really need to do is to reach out for more funding to enable us to keep our fees low.
Such a key point. It's one thing getting these grant funding, but it's sustaining it is a big part of it.
Exactly.
And rightly so. I think grant funders are really looking for you to stand on your own 2 feet. What are your day-to-day challenges with fundraising and money?
I think what we're finding is that we're reaching out and we're not hearing very much back. So for every email, every letter that we send out, let's just say we send out 100, we may get 1 reply. I'm applying to several grants and just not hearing anything back. So I think it's just knowing that I've got to keep on going and just trying to raise our visibility. So I'm so grateful that you've had us on the radio, and that hopefully we might reach more ears this way.
Absolutely. Every little helps with it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So, Magic One Time, when they sat in 2027, 2 years from now, what does Newport West Netball look like?
So what we're really hoping for is, now that we've got the A team, the B team and the development squad playing in South East Wales League, we'd like to then introduce a C team so that we can grow our adult team. We'd like to expand our junior team as well, so that we can perhaps have a younger age group. Essentially, our goal is to have our B team promoted to Division 3 and our A team promoted up to Division 1. That's what we're really hoping for.
That's amazing. So let me just make sure I've got this right, because there seems to be like 3 moving parts here, if not more. But there's the sporting element, and you're looking for sporting success.
Yes.
You're looking for players to help that sporting success along, and you're looking for volunteers to help support the players in getting that position. Is that kind of like what you're looking around?
That's exactly right. And on the point of volunteers, if I can just add, so we are a not-for-profit club. All of our members are volunteers, so our coaches are volunteers, our parents often step in and help. what we would really like is for people to come forward and offer to help. If anyone's got any experience in netball and fancies doing a little bit of coaching, that would be absolutely amazing. It is a voluntary role, but we could, through funding, pay for your training. So it would be amazing if we could reach out and have some volunteers. We're actually advertising for a new head coach at the moment. So if there's anybody with any interest in coaching that would like to come forward and offer their time, we will be so grateful.
And that's the secret with volunteers, isn't it? I'm fortunate to have been running Newport City Rage for 17 years with an army of volunteers over those years, and the friendships that come from it, and the joy that you get from effectively working alongside somebody else, it just can't be bought. It's phenomenal.
Exactly.
So yeah, I really recommend people do that. So ultimately, if we need to get in contact with you, if we're interested in doing things like that, and we want to support you do what you want to do and get you where you need to be in 2027, how do we get hold of you?
So you could email us, newportwestnc@gmail.com, and that will come straight through to me and Lisa, the co-chairs. You could go onto our Facebook page and you could send us a message that way. And we're also on Instagram. You could contact us via Instagram.
Brilliant stuff. Is there a website available?
We don't have a website, unfortunately. We do have a phone number, and the number is on the Facebook page. So you could also drop us a text or a WhatsApp if that's your preferred mode of contact as well.
Sounds absolutely amazing. This is your world. You
really
live
is.
it, you breathe. I can see the glint in your eye. Is there anything that we've missed out?
Just want to say how much netball has really helped me. I'm a mum of 3 and I'm busy. I work full time. And sometimes you lose yourself and all of that. You forget who you are. And I think netball has made me find who I am. I found friends. I've got things that I do on a Saturday that I really enjoy. So I go along and play. I go along and coach other teams. It really has become my outlet to finding out who Laura is. And I think I've made so many friends through that. And I could really say, if there's anyone out there who hasn't played netball before, hasn't played netball for a long time, please come along. You will absolutely love it. It doesn't matter your ability. We can get you in a social team. We can get you playing friendlies. I promise you will absolutely love it.
You're just so passionate about it. It's so lovely to see. And it's so great having this in Newport and part of what Newport is and what it stands for.
We are a real local club. I can promise you we're people from Newport who live in Newport, and we live and breathe netball, and we would just love for you to just reach out and get involved or find out more about us. Please contact us.
That's amazing. Laura, thank you so much for coming in today.
Thank you for having me.
All the best in the next careers. Let's keep in touch, yeah?
That would be great. Thank you for
Brilliant.
this.
Thank you, Laura.